Hey there, it's Tom Corson-Knowles, and welcome today to the Motivation and Success Podcast Show. Today on the show, we have an incredible guest for you. Her name is Alicia Rittenhouse, and Alicia is the founder of Geek Labs for Entrepreneurs. She's a very successful online marketer. She's an online marketing coach. She's got all kinds of products out there, you name it, all kinds of tutorials and videos and training programs, membership sites, things like that out there. And it's just an awesome interview with someone who's really out there doing it, making a difference, an expert in their industry. She's branded herself very well, and she shares some of those secrets with you, whether you're new or you've been doing this for a while, of how to brand yourself online, how to build a following of people that are raving fan customers that not only buy from you and purchase from you, but they refer all their friends to you, they share about you on social media, and they help you get your message out to a larger audience. And so Alicia is just an expert in this field, and you're going to love the interview. All right, enjoy the show. Take great notes. Well, Alicia, welcome to the Motivation and Success Podcast Show. Tell us about your background and what got you interested in online marketing in the first place.
Well, thank you so much for having me first. I got my start about 7 years ago. I started out as a virtual assistant, and I was supporting online businesses that had different types of marketing businesses. I was helping out with their email support, their shopping carts, basically running their back end of their business, as well as keeping up with the consistent marketing part of it. And after about 3 or 4 years, I started to see this shift in myself and what I wanted. And I was like, wow, I really am starting to pick this stuff up. This is content that you can't learn in college, and content you can't learn at your normal corporate job. This was stuff that, because of the experience from my clients, I was picking up, and more people were coming to me. Even though I hadn't positioned myself as the expert, more people were coming to me and saying, wow, we see that you understand this. Can you do this for us? And so once I started to see that, I really felt a shift with myself in wanting to see how I could provide it for more entrepreneurs, because there's only so many hours in the day, and I was trying to do it all myself because there was nobody really out there like me at the time that was a virtual assistant that understood the marketing and the online support part of it. So that's when I kind of decided that I needed to make that shift, that I needed to really see how I could show entrepreneurs more about this. This whole thing fell into my lap. Somebody that I knew locally was starting a virtual assistant, and she just was like, you're a geek. You need to do this stuff. You need to learn it. So everything's just kind of like evolved from that and brought me to here. I've been doing a lot of the online and marketing support for 7 years. And so it's really been interesting to see the revolution. I started back in MySpace days. I mean, not that you were really working on MySpace, but that was before Facebook was really big. So, in fact, I got my first client on Craigslist before like really axe murdering and then all that kind of stuff on there. That's where I got my first client from. So it's been fun to see this, evolution and revolution in online marketing and where it's come to today.
Yeah, there's been some big changes, right?
Yeah, and they're still they're constantly, it's funny, the in thing right now is membership services. It really is. And it was I didn't know it at the time, but it was the big thing when I first started my business. It was just done a lot more complicated way. You had to hire an online programmer, and it wasn't as easy as it is now to form these membership services. But it's the same trend, just done in a different way.
Right, the technology has expanded now, so now you can do it much cheaper, much faster, much easier, and you don't need to hire someone necessarily to do it.
Right. It's amazing.
Awesome. So what's some of the biggest things that you've learned? I mean, you've been on the internet now for 7-8 years, longer than that even. And what's changed and what have you learned?
Well, I remember sitting down at my computer a long time ago, and Excite was how you found out information on the internet. I mean, those long time ago. It's so much easier now to find all of the information that you need. You don't if you want to understand how to grow your subscribers on Facebook, you just Google it and you find a program that teaches it to you. It kind of takes the guesswork out of it. Whereas before, if you wanted to start a business of any sort, you had to hire all of these bigwigs to kind of help you along. So it really has been great to see what's right there at people's hands.
Awesome. So is that how you learn? I mean, if you have some new area, there's like, when Pinterest came out, it was like a totally new thing recently. Like, how did you learn that? And how do you learn new things when they change?
Well, I'm a geek, so I just dive in, and try everything that I can possibly find out about that product. To me, it comes easily. I know it doesn't come easy to others, and that's why I teach it. With mechanics, like when there's a new car, new model that comes out, they have to update themselves. So I do the same thing for myself. I'm constantly out there exploring new technology, trying it out, testing it out for my labs so that I can bring people with it. And I was probably one of the first that was teaching Pinterest before everybody else was, because like I remember one of my clients was an Etsy person, and she said, I need Pinterest. I need this button. I need this plugin. And I remember I was like, Pinterest? That's what you're talking about, right? Pinterest. I was like, I'm not finding anything about that. And she's like, no, Pinterest, like interest with a P. And I, still didn't really grasp the concept. And to be honest, there was only like one plugin at the time that you could put into the sidebar. So that's how new Pinterest was when we really dove into it. So it is about like exploring all the technology. For me, that's just how I learn. There's no universities, there's no other places that are teaching these kinds of things. So it is my due diligence to go out there and really dive into the technology and see how you can use it. And I'm experimenting it, and I've wasted a lot of time, especially on Google Plus, trying to figure out if this is a good software, if I should promote it, if there's programs that I should develop, because of it. I really test it out myself and see the ROI that I see on it with Facebook ads. We were running ads for about 6 to 8 months before we decided that we would, teach a class on it, because I needed to be able to see, are they going to work? Is this just the next fad? I had to find out those facts, just like anybody else does.
Right, so you got to constantly be testing out new things and trying new things and see what works, and that's what really business and marketing is about, right? Testing.
It is. And if you don't enjoy that part of your business, that's where you start to hire it out. I enjoy that part, and I know others don't want to do the research part of it, so that's why I teach it to people. I love the research, I love exploring it, and then I love bringing it to them in an easy way that they can just be like, oh yeah, that's so simple.
Awesome. So I know we've got a lot of content marketers who listen to the show and watch the show, people who write ebooks or have membership sites, things like that. So, what have you found to be some of the most powerful ways to promote, your products, those digital products that you sell?
Well, video is, the in thing, I guess you can say. If you are going to have a product, you have to have some type of video, whether it's a video that's paired with text and music, whether it's yourself on a video, whether you're interviewing somebody else, you have to use some type of video for your product. That's the way that people are going to connect with you. We also use Facebook ads. They're a great way to help promote your stuff to a new audience that you may not have been able to find, even partnering with people as an affiliate or having them as a referral partner. So using Facebook ads is another, innovative way that we've been using to help reach a new audience. What else? Email marketing. Some of the same things that a lot of people already are using, but in a consistent way. So make sure that you follow through with the process, that everything aligns, that you do a marketing calendar ahead of time so that you know what you need to be prepared for. It's not really just that one thing that you do for your marketing, it's the entire package. And being consistent with that package.
Definitely. So you mark it on your calendar. You have a schedule, you have a promotion calendar, and you know you've got to work up. 2 months you've got this launch, and you've got to work up to that, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And some people work backwards. Some people like to set the date and work backwards. Some people set the date and work forward. Like, okay, I'm going to start here. It's totally up to you, but you've got to work one way.
Definitely. And so, there's this whole kind of, debate, like the chicken and the egg story. Like, should you build your email list first or build your product first? What have you found the best way? Because obviously you have to have a list to make money online. And also, having a product helps a lot too. But, which one, if you're brand new, which one should you focus on? And how should you do that?
Well, when I launched my first product, I know that I had less than 200 people on my list. And my first product was geared towards just virtual assistants. So out of that 200 people, I had even less virtual assistants on there. I had more signups through my social networking than I did anything. So if you already have a social presence out there, don't underestimate that as a way to bring in people. Making a product, even if it's just small, I think is wildly important. You can be doing both of them together and not having to focus so much on just one thing, because it's like the chicken and the egg. And I'm like, well, you really need a list. Well, you really need a product to make money. Pay for the list service because you don't really just want to use MailChimp's free service.
No.
So, even if you can just start with a small product that you can just get out there into the world while you're building your list is going to do better than doing nothing. And like I said, don't underestimate your social ability or even reaching out. You can have one person that you reach out to that says yes because they believe in you, that has a list of 2,000 people. And think now, an email, you could get people just from that list. You don't even have to have a list built. You know what I mean? So there's so many different ways that you can sell your product without having your email marketing list. But you can't make money without having a product or a way, for people to pay you. So I really do think that product's pretty darn important.
Definitely, absolutely. And so there's also, people look at, people like you online, like, oh, wow, she's making so much money, she's got so many products, she's got all these coaching programs, like this is crazy, like I can never do all that. Did that just happen overnight, or do you just kind of do one product and then you're like, okay, a couple months later, like, let's do another one, and then...
Yes, like that has been the evolution of 2 years, really, of product creation. And I'm still creating to this day. I never stop because that's part of my business. My business is not so much anymore to work with the individual customer as much as it was. I would rather be able to provide these products to people that they can, like, at midnight when they get in this crazy, wild, creative idea, and they're like, okay, how do I put this together? They can go to my site, they can purchase it, they can get the training and get it right then and there without having to wait for me or an appointment with me. Because by then they might lose enthusiasm about it or the passion behind it. So it is really just been the evolution of, okay, I see this need and I'm filling this need. And after 2 years and a million ideas, I mean, for every probably product you see, there's probably 20 ideas that didn't make it to the floor. So, I'm a creative entrepreneur just like everybody else. And it is taking time. And one thing that I can't, say enough is that even though you may see that I've got all of these products and you just came to me, you don't realize that I've been in business, for the last 7 years. I've had a lot of time to develop this stuff, whereas, everybody's like, oh, you're an overnight success. No, nobody's an overnight success. No matter anybody that you come across on the internet, they probably had a 7 to 8 year hustle before you even found out their name.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of puts things into perspective for those that are, starting out, and you're like, I'm overwhelmed. I want to be just like her when I grow up, but, how do I do that? So it's just being consistent and just keep on building and never stop hustle, because stop hustle is, when things stop rolling.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I totally agree that, there is no overnight success, even online. But it has changed a lot, though. I think it's a lot easier now to make successful business faster because the technology is so much cheaper. It costs so much less to get started, and there's so many training programs, like you said. I mean, you can find like 20 different training programs on Pinterest alone, and go out there and learn. And and if you're not happy with the product, you can return it. I mean, like every product has like a 30, 60-day refund policy. So like, you don't have to feel like spending $1,000 on a course is like you're giving it all away, because if you don't like the course, you can get that money back.
Exactly. Yeah, and that 7 to 8 years probably has changed, just like the degrees of separation have changed over the years. I think it's now like 3.4 or 4.3, something crazy like that. It's probably a lot less, but most of us have had that 7 to 8 year struggle because it wasn't as easy as I think things are now. Yeah, and it's amazing how readily available most entrepreneurs are to you. Really just reaching out to them and asking. Most of anybody's gracious to just like kind of steer you in the right direction. Whereas I think if you wanted to start a business before, you were kind of left on your own to figure things out unless you paid like $100,000 to somebody. So yeah, like so much stuff has changed.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. That's awesome. Awesome. So what are you looking forward to in the future of online marketing? I mean, what are some of the sites or traffic sources or things that you're just like so excited about right now?
It's funny because there's not, I don't really have any at the moment. I feel like there is about to, like, something is about to shift. I'm not exactly sure what it is. It's like I can feel the winds of change happening. I see a lot of people going to, like I said, back to this membership site type of population, of building community, of people being connected. And I really see this, I always say this word wrong, philanthropical? Yeah. Shift in business as well, as in people are wanting to help people so much more than ever before. People are wanting to do what they can to help out a fellow entrepreneur. So I see that shift happening. But I also see things like taking a step back to the old times, like the old way business was done, with handwritten notes, with personalized welcomes when people sign up for things. Going back to like the mom and pop shops, but online. Mm-hmm. I really see this local, but not like still there, like people across the world, but still in a local way. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's like personalization. It's like letting the customer know that like you actually care about them. They're not just some number in your business, right?
Exactly. Like, I feel like I could go to an event and walk up to somebody and they're like, oh my gosh, you're such and such. Even though like we're not in the same town and our businesses aren't on the same court square together, it's still almost like that. It's a real just home and inviting way of doing business, I think. And like you said with the refund policies, it's not like a scam. You no longer have to feel like you're buying something off the internet and you're not sure what you're getting. It's really authentic, clear, transparent type of way of doing business. People are sharing everything.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And you see that in product vendors and their refund rates, right? Because like the old people who are, promising you're going to get rich overnight and all this blah, 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 and it's just all this hype and the product has nothing in it, like their refund rates are like through the roof. And then people who actually provide like great value and great coaching and great personalized service, like they don't have refunds because their customers are so happy.
Yes. Yeah, that's exactly. For me, The only time that I've experienced refunds is if they've gotten into their financial situation has changed since sign up.
Mm-hmm.
And, that's expected in the type of world and economy and things that are going on right now. I mean, you can't blame them. I've never had somebody been like, your product's shit, So, and people are happy to talk about it too. So I think that it's great. Like, you don't have to worry about doing your research. And I agree that people that are, promising overnight success are the ones that their refunds are just like through the roof, and people are not buying it. They know that it's crap.
Yeah, definitely. So let's talk about sales then real quick, because, like you said, it's so important to be authentic, when you're with your sales page, with your videos, with your products. What do you think really makes someone buy online from someone like you? What is it that, on your video or on your sales page that really makes someone say, yeah, I want to work with her rather than someone else?
I'm me, and everybody knows me and my story, and I'm very, very open in what I have and what I offer. There is no questions. There is no real gray area. And people, even though they know me, it's still they're not buying from me overnight. It's still, you've got that conversion. You still have that time of warming up to the lead, connecting with them, doing the consistent marketing part of it before they will buy. But I think over time, I just continue to show them I give away really great content for free. And so imagine what I'm giving away for free, what you get when you pay to be a part of my community. And then that's the flip side of it. People like community. And when you see somebody's building it and the excitement around it, you want to be part of it. So, I think those are two really big ways that I've been able to be successful in my sales, in my target market. I'm very clear of who I work with. Yes, guys, I do interviews with guys, I connect with guys and everything. But people, come to my website are women who need help. They're entrepreneurs. And my copy speaks to a guy, but it's conversational to a woman. Like, a guy could go there, still figure out what they need, and get on. A woman is going to read the story behind it and feel connected and still take away with what they need. So it really does give me that great opportunity that I don't know any other way would give me. I don't think that like any other type of business would give me this great opportunity to connect with people in this manner of personalization paired with geekiness, paired with my wild personality.
Absolutely. That's the great thing about the internet. You can totally be yourself in that. No matter who you are and what you're like and how weird you are, there's like probably millions of people out there in the world that are like, oh my God, like she's so cool. Like I want to be just like her, right? And because you're yourself, and when you get on the internet, it's not about like your family that like, you grew up with. It's like people are there because they want to learn about what you know and who you are. And so it's you really get to connect with people no matter what kind of person you are.
Exactly. And for those that don't connect with me, guess what? They're not my, ideal customer. And that's absolutely fine. When you are thinking of like boutiques and small stores, think of how many people walk through those doors or window shop that don't buy anything. And guess what? They weren't their ideal customer. It's that same principle. You can come to my website and you can clearly see whether you're going to connect with me or not. And you can either come into my shop, you can look around and get some more tutorials, or you can keep on going until you find what you need.
Absolutely. Well, Alicia, thank you so much for sharing with us today. I know it's been just a wealth of information you share with us. I know it's going to help thousands of entrepreneurs, improve their business and improve their lives. So thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for having me. It's great to be able to spread the message throughout more entrepreneurs.
Absolutely. Well, before you leave, tell us more about where people can find out about you and the work that you do.
You can Google Ali Rittenhouse, and you will be able to find me pretty much anywhere. A-L-I is how you spell Ali, and then Rittenhouse is R-I-T-T-E-N house. And I'm on Twitter, Ali Rittenhouse, Facebook, my website. And if you want to learn more about geekery and how it can help grow your online business, then definitely check me out.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Alicia.
Yep, thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Hey there, it's Tom Corson-Knowles again. I hope you loved the show today with Alicia Rittenhouse. I know she's just an incredible online marketer and has got some amazing wisdom she shared in the interview today. And so I hope you go out there and apply it. I hope you'll go out there and realize that this isn't, a 6-month get-rich-quick kind of thing. It's a real business, building your business online, building your brand online. And it takes time, it takes effort and energy, but once you get the ball rolling, it just keeps going faster and faster, like a snowball rolling down the hill. So wherever you're at in your business, that's fine. Don't try to make $10 million a month if you're not there yet. I mean, you've got to progress slowly through the levels, progress, consistently through the levels too. And the biggest thing to success isn't how fast you're going. It's you shouldn't be worried about how fast you're going. Am I going fast enough? Am I going fast enough? That's not a good question. The good question and what you should really be afraid of is, are you stuck? Are you not moving at all? And that's the biggest thing that stops people from success in online marketing in any business. Is they get stuck. Maybe you're going super fast for a month, 2 months, all of a sudden some problem comes up, some thing you can't solve, and you don't know what to do, and you're stuck. And that's the thing that will kill your business if you get stuck and stay stuck. So the biggest thing is that always have a mentor or coach, someone you can go to, someone you can ask questions, someone you can get the solution to your problems that are going to come up in any business, so you can get it done and break through that level and go to the next level. So I'm wishing you the best of success. Come check us out at blogbusinessschool.com for more free trainings on how to grow your business online, and I'll see you in the next week.